Hi there, Gemini. Healing Grasshopper here to do a bonus reading for August 2025. We're going to be using the After Tarot, which is a very interesting deck. It shows a depiction of what the next frame after each card would look like. You'll see what I mean in a not ours. Any of these are? These. Both of these. Okay. So you see here we have the Five of Cups. And in the original depiction, he's focused on the spilled cups, but here he is turning around and starting to look at the two cups behind him. So it's a little bit of a progression away from that spilt milk energy. So I love to see that. And here comes the Queen of Swords, who is very much the same as her original depiction, except for there is a butterfly on top of her sword that she is focused on. Butterflies always mean transformation. Um, so this is a moving away from what no longer serves you, because the Queen of Swords is all about that and cutting out what no longer serves her. It's almost as if she has completed that task of cutting things away and now she's transforming, you know. And carrying emotional baggage is always going to weigh you down in your path forward, right? Well, Three of Cups. Celebration. It's very much like the original, only that they have finished toasting and now they're dancing. So this is celebration. And there are grapes here hanging, that's abundance. And then you have grapes and a pumpkin here. This is all about, it's depicting the harvest, it's abundance. What else we got? What else we got, Spirit? The Hermit. The Hermit is about trusting one's intuition and being in tune with oneself. Um, he's now accompanied here by a snake and a dog. This is this feels like security, right? A dog depicts loyalty and security, like a watchdog and protection. So this is him being secure in his path, but also he's got a snake. It's a lot like Moses and the snake that he threw, threw to the ground and turned into a staff, you know. So it's about his confidence in himself and his ability to interact with the world around him, right? So, what does that mean to you? It means that you've gone from thinking the world is coming to an end to realizing that the world is what you make of it and that you can turn things around for yourself. And everyone has got somewhat of the same message this month because the energies are changing and moving into that Capricorn and Aquarius energy um, of spiritual progression and a better kind of a better relationship with one's manifestation ability, right? Because before with Pluto and Capricorn, it was us trying to manifest and then being met with all kinds of resistance, you know. But now the resistance is no longer there, and we're starting to realize that, oh, okay, now I can do some serious manifesting, and things aren't quite as bad now as they were before, and things are turning around for me. So this is what you're going to start seeing in this month where um, you can get things done now the way you couldn't before. Okay. Reverse. Okay. The lovers in the center of your reading talks about a focus on relationships this month. Um, and we've all, so if you're familiar with my readings, if you're new, welcome. But my subscribers know that I never approved of the title "The Lovers" for this card because it's really not much about love. That it's about two people being put in a situation by the universe, right? But here it's progressed into kind of an Adam and Eve situation. Eve is handing him the apple, um, and there is an angel above them ready to cut something. Um, so this is a warning, and it's pretty much the same as the original Lovers, where you will be placed in situations with others, and it'll be up to you, number one, because the sword is very telling here. And by the way, under the Queen of Swords, right? It'll be up to you to discern which relationships you come across that are for you and which ones that are going to lead you down a not so great path, right? Because just because the energies are changing in your favor doesn't mean that everything's going to be perfect, you know, and you're going to be presented with all of your soulmates and perfect people in your life. No, the universe is going to continue to test you. Um, so you need to take all of the skills that you've acquired in the past and use them in your present and future in coming across people because the Queen of Swords is always vigilant. She never puts her guard down. Everyone that she comes across, she's scanning with her eyes and her intuition. So, and that needs to be you. Nine of Swords. I love this. In the original one, he's sitting up in bed with his head in his hands, right? But here he is slaying an imagined dragon here. Well, about to slay one anyway. He's taking charge and confronting his fears. So that is going to be you, right? This is you realizing that the things that you're anxious about have no power over you, the world, right? This is you moving through a portal. And we've been talking about this portal for months. Um, and the card is coming up in this reading because it's an emphasis on how you are going to feel in this month. You are going to feel this portal. You are going to feel the change or the change happening in real time. And look at this line here, too. The way we said that you were changing your perception from spilt milk to hope and faith here, right? The hermit, confidence in one's own intuition and manifestation capabilities, right? And then here you are feeling yourself moving through a portal. Guys, let me know how this resonates and whether you're feeling this energy in this month. Now, most of you are going to be watching this um, right before August starts. So just remember that August hasn't started. So if you don't feel this, you also have to consider that you're not in the month yet. So, but drop me a line anyway because I live for your comments and I answer every single one. And maybe save this video and see once you get into the month of August whether you start feeling the changes. The sun. This is after the child has gotten off of his horse and is now playing with another child. This is just happy, playful energy. And it's very interesting that the sun is coming out under the lovers. Okay. So this is clearly saying that there is a potential for good connections here with others. Just be careful and discerning what you're stepping into because not everyone is going to be high vibrational and supportive. Six of Cups. We're going to see if that's reversed in a moment. What do we have for our outcome card? This feels like the outcome card. We'll see. Not our outcome card. Okay, reversed? No. So the Six of Cups is originally the one child handing the bouquet to the other child. But now they're running from the bouquets up to what looks like a parent. I imagine calling them in for dinner or a snack or something. Um, so it's almost depicting like, because look, the original Six of Cups is about, there's always the caveat of a delusion, right? It's the nostalgic card. Not all the time, but there is that caveat of, do you have your feet on the ground or are you dreaming a little too much? Maybe you need some grounding type card. Um, but and it's coming out next to the sun here. So for the most part, this feels like a grounded energy of enjoying someone's company. But there's still the caveat of being watchful and not letting yourself get carried away when you meet someone, right? Because there are times we've all been through it where we meet someone and we immediately fall in love with their potential and we're projecting all kinds of things onto this person. Well, while meanwhile they're, you know, have agendas and they're narcissists and all that kind of thing, hiding their true selves until later you find out who they really are and you're in a, you know, swamp full of mess with them, right? So this is be careful to use your tools that you've accrued through the years to sort through the riffraff and make sure that the person in front of you is really a high vibrational person that you're envisioning them as. Let's have our outcome card. Ooh, Two of Cups. Okay. So, yeah, we do have an emphasis here on relationships. And Gemini, I mean, once in a great while I might do an actual love series. I don't know when the last time it was that I've done that because that's not really what I do. Um I like to focus more on spiritual growth instead of getting into the mess of relationships and will he come back to me and that kind of business. Will they come back to me? But I can't ignore it when it turns up into a reading, right? So spirit is obviously saying that this is an emphasis for you in this month and that it's very likely that you're going to be coming across someone or even more than one person that you really like. Um, just be careful. That's all. Don't get carried away. We have clarification? Yes. Okay. Well, let's get the clarification then. What do we got? I don't know if we're meant to have all these, but we'll see. This one, obviously. These two? Yes? Okay. Reversed. Okay. We have got the Seven of Wands and the Nine of Pentacles. This is a message that things might feel taxing and overwhelming right now, exhausting, but you are working towards abundance. You know, all the efforts that you're making right now, Gemini, are going to be worth something at some point. High Priestess. Reversed? No. And see, it's attached to the Hermit card. Remember what I said about following your inner guidance and your intuition. So this diagonal here is reaching within, connecting with spirit, and you will find happiness. Okay? So this message for an air sign is try not to be too much in your head and try and focus on your gut and your feelings too. and be grounded. This is having a well-rounded connection with yourself, right? In a balanced way. Reversed Ace of Wands. This is a reminder that spirit is there to help you. That's all this is saying. We're here. Don't forget it. And of course, this is a continuation that's coming out after the high priestess, your connection to spirit, right? Because spirit is waiting to help you. Chariot, you are on your way, is what Chariot is saying. If there's any doubt in your head, especially if you're still in this energy of the Five of Cups, where you're still somewhat have the bad taste in your mouth of the recent past, um, and feeling like nothing's ever going to change for you, the Chariot is saying that's nonsense, that you are on your way somewhere and away from this energy. You just have to believe it and get in the damn chariot already, right? Because my subscribers, you know that I always say when I see the chariot that spirits in the car beeping at you, telling you to get in. You know, it's like get in the car already. Let's go. Reversed. Seven of Cups. Okay. Oftentimes the Seven of Cups will talk about um like shiny ball syndrome, where you're unfocused and all that glitters is not gold is another saying that comes to mind, right? Where everything dazzles you and every opportunity that comes along looks like it's golden. um and it's coming out with the Two of Cups. Okay, I just got the full message here. What the Seven of Cups is talking about is pretty much a continuation of what I was saying before, that one or more people you may be coming across in this month and the months to come, where you are going to need to discern. You're going to need to use discernment, right? Because look at this card, how not all of these cups have something nice in them, right? Some of them have a snake, others have a rock, a demons. Some of them have nice jewels. There's another one with a mystery something. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't just pick up every single cup. That's what this is talking about here and here. And the lovers underneath here, right? That discernment is key in this month. I think that's the number one message here, Gemini. Okay? And I don't think that'll be too hard for you, Gemini, because you guys are smart. But you guys can also be a little like on the fickle side too, where you can be dazzled by many things at once, like, oh, look at this, look at that, because you're very um you're smart, and you're easily stimulated because you have active minds. But just make sure to take a pause when you feel that stimulation, because each thing that stimulates you isn't for you. Okay? So thank you, Gemini. That's the reading. Thank you for staying this long. Don't forget to tell me what's on your mind. I answer every single comment with me, and it's like Christmas morning when I see I have comments from my viewers. So, let me know what's on your mind, please. Looking forward to seeing you in the comment section. If I'm assuming this is your sun sign that you're watching. What you might not know is that you can get a more complete picture by your sun sign, but also your moon, rising, and north node signs. If you don't know what those are, you can easily find out for free online by Googling calculate my blank sign, finding out what they are, coming back to the Healing Grasshopper channel, and watching the corresponding videos. Um, please like and subscribe. Okay, I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers and beyond. So it is a very quick gesture that costs you nothing, but really does help the channel. So I thank you in advance. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you don't miss the upcoming videos. Um, Also, if you're really inclined to help me in this channel, what would really be helpful is going to the playlists that I've made, like the Gemini playlist, and putting it on autoplay and listening to it as background noise. You could even do it while you sleep because watch hours are everything to grow a channel. So I thank you in advance. Um, I have been paying attention to my analytics lately, and I have noticed that not only do I have American viewers, I'm very grateful to you guys. Hugs and kisses, and gratitude to all of you American watchers. But I also have US, Canada, and Australia. Thank you for your support as well. What's really mind blowing, though, are my subtitle watchers. Spanish, Portuguese watchers, Hindi watchers from India, and my Filipino watchers, my Tagalog watchers. The one thing that I want to tell you guys is number one, thank you for your support, but also bear with the subtitles, please, until my channel grows and I can afford to dub my videos. But until then, please bear with the subtitles. I thank you for your support. Okay, guys. So I will speak to you soon, Gemini. Love, light, and many blessings.